It's starting up. Okay, we're live, friends. We are back for take two. We had some computer issues, had to figure it out, and I think we're good now. But if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to my lovely wife and I's attempt at doing a yoga and live looping music session here on YouTube. And we're doing this in preparation for tomorrow night's live stream on Insight Timer, the meditation app, which is a free app. And so we're going to go over there. Oh, hi, Dave. How's it going? But anyway, I don't think anybody really has ever met my wife. You've heard me talk about her a lot on my channel, but this is my wife, Lindsey Gregerson. So I'm going to pass it over to you, my love, who is in a different room than me right now.
Hi, friends. We are going to do some wind down evening yoga. If you have a yoga mat, grab that. If you have any props, I'm sitting on a bolster. If you have any pillows or yoga blocks, all of these things will come in handy. We're going to do some yin, restorative, just, kind of wind down our day. So thanks for joining and hope you enjoy. So find a comfortable spot. You can start to close your eyes or gaze towards the ground. Just letting go of whatever your day has brought you, becoming present in your body, tuning into your breath. You might start to extend your inhales and your exhales, expanding and slowing your breathing. See where in your body you can soften, maybe your belly, your shoulders, the space between your eyes, your jaw. As we slow our breath, become present with our bodies, we can start to slow down our mind as well. Open your eyes. Let's start to add some shoulder rolls. Maybe bring the elbow into that, opening up the front of the chest. Let's take the arms overhead. Nice inhale. As you exhale, cactus the elbows. Take a small lift through the chest. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, interlace your hands. Send the palms forward. Draw the belly in, around the spine. And then release your hands to your knees. We'll take a nice tall inhale here. As you exhale, bring opposite hand to knee. We'll take a little easy twist looking over one shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other way. And let's come back to center. Drop the chin towards the chest. Imagine you have a pencil there and just start to draw a half circle side to side. Pausing at any point in that range of motion that just needs a little extra love, a little extra stretch. Bring the head back to center. Let's make our way onto our mat. If you have a mat or a towel, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, spread your fingers wide. Let's take cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest and the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine, draw the belly in. We'll move between those two shapes with breath, your pace, listening to your body. If you want to add on any neck and shoulder rolls, or maybe sway your hips side to side, wherever your body's inviting you to move. Let's come back to a flat back, neutral spine. Ground through your left arm, reach your right arm high, opening up through that right side of your chest. Fingertips come behind the heel of the left hand. We'll do that a few times. Inhale, reach that right arm. Exhale, slide it under. And let's take that right hand back down. Inhale the left arm. Bring it on under. Just opening up that top left quadrant of the spine. And we're going to come back to all fours. Start to make your way onto your belly, coming into Sphinx pose. So for Sphinx, we're going to take the forearms onto the mat. Shoulders over top of the elbows, start to press the chest forward, lengthening the spine here. Just a little baby back bend. And then release all the way onto the low belly. We're going to extend your right arm out wide to a T. You can adjust the hand either a little further below the shoulder, a little higher, depending on where you want this stretch. And then we're going to use our left hand underneath the left shoulder. Start to roll onto your right hip. You can bring a block or a pillow underneath that right ear as you release the head towards the ground. So your hips and legs are stacked. And then if it's available to you, you can bend that left knee. This shape is really about opening that right shoulder joint. Just going to hold and breathe here. Take a quick scan of the body, noticing what you're experiencing. See if there's any places you can soften. And let's slowly come back onto your belly. Bring that right hand underneath the right shoulder. Extend the left arm wide. Start to lift the right hip off the mat, stacking the hips. Release the left ear towards the ground or a prop. And then bend that right knee. Breathe here. Just noticing the texture of your breath. Slowly come back to center. Pressing the hips towards the heels, we're going to come into child's pose or supported child's pose. So you can take the knees wide, big toes towards one another. If you have a bolster or cushion, something to bring between your knees, you can hug that in close and then start to walk the hands forward. If you are using a prop, rest one ear towards the mat or towards your prop. If you don't have any props, you can also stack your hands or even make a fist, resting your forehead on your hands. And just breathing here. Softening through the low back, the jaw. And let's slowly bring our hands back underneath the shoulders, drop your hips to one side, sweep the legs around in front. We're going to come to windshield wiper our legs. So you can take your feet wide, just drop the knees side to side. Just opening up the hips we're gonna come into a supported forward fold. So a couple different options here. If you have something to sit your hips up on, that can be really handy, like a cushion. And then if you do have any yoga blocks or additional pillows, keep those handy as well. We sit our hips up, that just helps us to tilt the pelvis forward. Find a nice long spine, toes come together. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, fold forward, keeping a nice long spine, pressing the chest forward. Breathe here for a couple breaths. A little more active. And then we can start to soften into this shape, rounding the spine, hanging out with your hands on your legs or the ground, or if you do have some blocks or a bolster, you can bring that on top of your legs. It's like a little Tetris game to find the right level of support. These types of forward folding postures are a great opportunity for us to bring our attention inward. Becoming really present with ourselves, our body, sensation. I'm gonna be here for a few more breaths, so feel free to take any adjustments of your props, maybe a little movement or two through the spine, neck and shoulders, before settling back in. One more breath. Slowly come back up to a tall spine. We're going to move our props off to the side. Remove your blocks or bolsters and come all the way onto your back. We're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Massage out that low back. And then extend your feet towards the ceiling, flex and point the toes, maybe circle the ankles, opening up through the feet. And then hug the knees, press the feet back onto the floor. We're gonna come into an active bridge followed by a supported bridge. So first time, lifting the hips, pressing through the soles of the feet. Take a breath here at the top of your bridge and then slowly lower the hips. Second round, you can do the same thing, maybe interlace the hands behind the low back if you do have a block, bringing the block underneath your hips, right where your spine and your pelvis connect under the tailbone. Maybe turning the palms towards the ceiling. Finding support in this mini inversion here. Our hips slightly higher than our hearts. Go ahead and lift the hips. Release the block, release your hands. Bring the hips back to the ground, take your feet wide, drop the knees in for some constructive rest. We're gonna come into a hip opener, or figure four. So keeping your right foot on the ground, take your left ankle on top of that right thigh. Hands connect behind the right leg, interlacing the hands, again, maybe rocking side to side. Keeping the left ankle flexed, we can start to drop the legs towards the chest. Breathe into this experience. Relax the upper body as much as possible. Add any final movements. And then release that right foot back to the ground, uncross the legs. We'll move to the other side, so right ankle comes on top of the left leg. Thread the right hand between the legs, connecting on the back of the left, flexing through the ankles. Drawing everything in towards the ground, towards the chest. Soften and breathe. Store a lot in our hips. This is a really great opportunity just to release, let go, surrender. And go ahead and uncross the legs. Coming into a spinal twist. It's like a free chiropractic adjustment. Hug the right knee in, extend the left leg long. If that creates any pressure in your low back, keep that left knee bent. Use your left arm to guide the right knee across the body. Extend the right arm out wide, letting the right hip come off the ground. You can adjust the hips a little to the right if that's helpful. Sometimes even putting a bolster pillow or a block underneath that right knee or shin can add a little extra support as we hang here. As you inhale, think about dropping the tailbone towards your feet, creating length through the low back and spine. As you exhale, draw the belly in and twist. More big breath here. And let's slowly come back to center. Hug both knees and neutralize the spine. Keep that left knee drawn in, extend the right leg. Right hand guides the left knee across the body, extending the left arm, adjusting the hips as needed. Easy twist. Just let the body be heavy, supported by the ground. Slowly come back into center, hug those knees in. We're gonna finish with a heart opener, one of my favorites, a supported pose here. We can use a bolster with your hips at the bottom of the bolster, lying all the way back. A pillow would work too, just opening up through the chest. That's one option. If you have a towel, you can roll that and bring it underneath the shoulder blades, or if you have any blocks, bringing them to a T shape, and the lower block comes between the shoulder blades, the top block comes underneath the back of the head, lifting the heart, opening the arms wide. And if you have no props, then supported fish pose is a great option. And for that one, we're gonna bend the knees first, take the hands underneath the tailbone, and then start to press the forearms into the ground, coming to the top of the head, rolling the shoulders open. You can also keep the knees bent here. Wherever you are, just listening to your body. Depending on how you're supported, you might stay here a little longer, or you might be ready to move out. So we can start to bring the Knees, or the feet to the floor, knees bend. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. Coming into our final resting pose, maybe legs up the wall if you have a wall handy, or a traditional Shavasana. Take up a lot of space. You can extend the legs or keep the knees bent. Palms facing up or palms down if you want to feel a little more grounded. Let's do a quick scan of the body, noticing any areas where you still may be holding on, feeling any tension. See if you can adjust the body to release and let go. Enjoying just a few minutes of stillness here to round out our time together. Awareness to your breath. Start to count the length of our inhales, counting to 3 as you fill the belly, chest, and lungs. We're going to pause at the top for 3. Exhale for 3. Pausing for 3. We'll repeat that same count. Square breathing. Inhale for 3. Pause. Exhale for 3. Pause. Really tapping into our parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest, relaxation mode. Ready to add some movement, maybe wiggling fingers and toes or taking a full body stretch. If you're not quite there, then please, by all means, hang out a little longer. And as you're ready, just rolling to one side, pausing there. And pressing to a comfortable seat. Bring our hands together. Just take a moment and find gratitude for yourself for carving out a few minutes this evening for your well-being. To connect wherever you may be joining from. Namaste. Thank Thank you so much for joining. This is a little teaser, a little taste of Rob and I collaborating through music and movement. And if you enjoyed this, follow us on the Insight Timer. We might be back here as well. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.